Day 60. Fuck, that's a high number. I'm not supposed to swear at the beginning of videos. This video is demonetized now, probably. Maybe. Who cares? The money you make on individual Let's Play videos is so low anyway. At least by the standards of compared to anything high effort, and that does well. 256 coins is a good start. Okay. If I can get the purse or something. What do I have? Sledgehammer and shovel. Okay. It's generic, but it's like the things I would hope for in many cases. That's interesting. Have the sledgehammer and the shovel immediately. Let's see, to-do list. Yep, money is frozen. Antechambers outside. Key of Ares is just a looming thing. If I can find a key that I think that could put that in. 400G for the tent. We're working on that. Taking the crown to the throne room. Alright, let's see what happens here. Wow, I have 6 gems already too. Yeah, there's the antechamber. What an unhinged little mechanic. Okay. What does it do when I do this? When I hit... Okay, there's an antechamber up here. So there's 2 antechambers. That's weird. Is it going to give me the basement key? Yes. Okay. The doors are all closed. What happens when I open these doors? I can test one of these pretty easily, because I can just go underground over here. It's going to eat into my steps, but whatever. It's not totally whatever, because I do want to have a good, successful run where I make enough money for the thingy, but... Let's just hope I have another run where I can accomplish like 4 goals at once. So I'll run through here and I'll pull the moon lever. Because that's the one we can access without even doing any maze. This is also where I was going to try if I couldn't find anywhere to put my other keys. I was about to come all the way down here and try it on all these guys, but then it turned out that the cabinet key that I was trying to still use was just used up on the cabinet directly below the other cabinet I just opened. The exact thing I called out. I was just talking about how, like, this is a thing you normally won't do in a game because cabinets block each other's perspectives, so even though there's multiple cabinets on each of these things, hello. I lowered it more than I thought, damn. It might be low enough already that I can, like, then freely set everything to the water levels I want to without being a problem. Especially would be nice if I could make it so that I could, like, with a single tank, switch this room between being empty and the height for that tunnel. I don't really care about going across here so much anymore. I never really need that. I don't really remember what's even on the other side for the most part. I think that's the... I think that on that side is the fountain. The fountain felt like it was going to be a big deal, and then I've never actually used the fountain passageway this entire game. To the point where I'm slightly worried that what if that door doesn't go where I think it does? Like, I think the door at the end of the fountain is the door there. But what if there's something in between them? What if opening those doors gives you something besides just the door opening? It's something to be a little worried about, but it is a pain in the ass to empty that fountain. But if I have enough water removed from the system, I can successfully put water in the things I want water in, and then empty everything else, and not have to worry about the rest of this mess. It's funny that that cutscene's done in a way where you can't tell which antechamber it is. Yeah, normally that room opens to that door opens to room 46. So this could be like the fastest way to get to room 46 ever. But room 46 is a separate room, and I don't have a reason to think that you can get separate rooms from down there. I'm kind of curious as what might happen. Yeah, maybe I'll finally get to open the fountain door if I drain enough water from the reservoir that I can then empty the fountain without having to be a problem for everything else. Because, like, there's just a bunch of other things that I do want to have empty. Like the pool. And having to deal with all that logistics just kind of sucks. Okay, I didn't do a box experiment, so I don't have any new data yet on whether or not that chamber is more empty now. I do need to do another box experiment before I can find out whether or not you can make more tunnel progress. I want to always be chipping at something with my science experiments. There's some that just help your current run, hello. There's some that help your current run, but aside from that, it's like you can raise your allowance, you can remove boxes, you can add dirt outside. Well, no, dirt is like the category of the boxes in the front yard, the crates, blah, blah, blah. The lock boxes in the front door. That's like one-off loot. But yeah, reservoir, the reservoir level, the lock-picking level, the boxes, and the allowance are all like forms of permanent progress. But the reservoir and the boxes, the crates, presumably run out at some point. There's a shrine. Oh, that's creepy. Why is there a shrine back here? Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. Okay. The scepter, the stone, the crown, and the throne. Okay, let's document this for my screenshot folder. I'm leaning more and more heavy on screenshots these days than my physical notes. Because a lot of these are just easier to do directly. I'm gonna call it the 47th room note, which doesn't entirely make sense, but there's 46 rooms in the building itself. And so I summoned the thing that's supposed to lead to the 46th room, and instead it led here, so I'm calling it the 47th room. Okay. Scepter, stone, crown, and throne. That's interesting. So I was trying to take the crown to the throne. I tried taking the one from the 46th room, because that seemed like the big, ultimate, super important, actual crown. Maybe you need to have all these items with you, and then you reclaim the crown? Because the throne room just says reclaim the crown. It doesn't give you any more information. So maybe you need to get all this stuff first. That's a specific box. We know what the throne looks like, and we know what the crown looks like, and we know where the crown is. But the stone and the scepter I'm less sure of. And that box... So we need to keep an eye out for this weird box. Because it might be where the stone or the scepter is, and then maybe we need to get all those items and bring them to the throne room. That's probably a good idea. Okay. Let's see, throne room... Scepter, stone, crown. I think I'm gonna disregard my take the crown to the throne room objective that I was thinking about before. Because I was trying to get the red crown there. I already took the blue crown there, and that's like the real crown. That's an actual crown. The red crown is like a kid's meal thing. It's like made of paper. I wonder if these ones can open too. I have to go into the actual maze to unlock that. Plan A was the blue crown, and then it didn't work, and I was like, I don't know, man, it says reclaim the crown. I guess I'll grab the red one. That one has its own little challenge to unlock it. But the red one does just look like a piece of shit little paper crown. Maybe even an attack on a bit of political commentary. I mean, honestly, it's probably just a red crown because... It's probably a piece of shit looking paper red crown because it's a practice one for their exhibit where they practice stealing the thing because that's what they were doing in the story. But, it could also be a little bit of a commentary on, like, the illegitimacy of the red everything. Because they don't like the red. They're not fans of the red. Alright, so I got a basement key. If I get the pump room, I might be able to finagle the water to unlock this finally, and that'd just be fun to do, just to have another piece of permanent thing done, even if I don't particularly think I care about that path. Let's do the closet, because I might get... Okay, one die? That just feels like a ripoff. You never see one die in this game. Running shoes is not a bad way to start a run. Immediately having running shoes. Security for the branch. Let's take that. I want things that increase the money I make as quickly as possible, please. Keycard system. Low level security. Offline mode. Unlocked. Yep. I don't have a key card this run. I was with the... What? I assume I just typed it wrong. Imagine if the fucking password just changed mid-run and you'd be like, huh? Like, what if, there was a vision of the guy following you around and stalking you and whatnot, and it hasn't come to fruition in any real way? And it's like, what if that guy did show up and fucked with your stuff and, like, changed the passwords and, like, made things you did before stop working? It would be kind of nice if this game had an antagonist. It would just be kind of hard to believe. It would strain believability, because if they really wanted to stop you, they would just attack you. Because admittedly, the story here is important enough that you probably would be politically assassinated if the stakes were actually that important and somebody was actually here to stop you on those grounds. And it's also not really like a game that's ready to have like a mischievous haunting. It's not really ready to have a ghost or something like that, like a character that can't interact with you directly but might be able to fuck with the house. So I don't know. I think the story got too important for them to introduce like a rival, for example, for the will that might like try to fuck with you indirectly to make you fail, but won't actually attack you or do anything directly harmful to you. So I think it's kind of hard to introduce an antagonist in this game that would work very well in an active sense. You can have it as a ticking clock, like, oh, somebody might... Just being worried that something might come after you one day if you can't succeed, even if it's a fake ticking clock. But somebody who's actively fucking with you would be mechanically interesting to have, like, oh, this or that thing doesn't work that way. Like, it'd be crazy to have a reveal, like, oh, fuck, you thought this room did this, but now it does this now. This person permanently damaged this room, and this shitty thing's happening. Like, that would be extremely cool in a gameplay sense. I just don't know how you narratively handle the idea that there's somebody around while in this place where you go in this place and do the challenge, then you go outside and you sleep in a tent. Where is that person? And why don't they just fuck with you directly? Like, what are the stakes that would justify them just screwing with you indirectly and taunting you and so on? But I just think about how cool it would be to draft a room and have it change, but not because you upgraded it, but because it got worse, and having that be a thing that happens sometimes. Just that excites me. That does excite me. I wonder if they'll ever have expansions or updates to this thing at all. Gain 1 star, remove a crate from the tunnel, set your steps to 40. So my goal is the crate. None of these will make me more money, so I can't make more money for the current goal. Find trash while digging, eat an apple. Let's do trash while digging, remove crate from tunnel. That's a nice passive one I can just work on without having to think about it. We don't know how much trash will happen, but it could be a lot. I do have a shovel already, so we're starting the run equipped to do this. It is an unintrusive objective. And I like green rooms, so we might even just end up spamming green room effects. Okay, closet and attic immediately. Yes! Oh, it paid off. I have the coin purse already. Okay. If I'm lucky, I'll get the Lucky Rabbit's Foot and get the chance to combine them to really seal the deal on being able to make it to 400 gold, but at least having the purse is a good start. Because that's like a 25% increase in all incoming money. And this secret garden will help me... oh, treasure. That'll also help. A treasure map in the top right corner. Okay, so treasure, which I already have the shovel for. The secret garden will help me get more crate progress. The treasure map I just got will give me more money, which will then get multiplied. So I just have to hope that I don't draw a room that makes you get 8 gems, because that's not money. But I don't know which rooms give you 8 gems, besides specifically the wine cellar. Because that's the one where it happened. But otherwise, that should be 25 gold plus 25%, which is like 6 more or something. And if I get the rabbit's foot and then combine it in time, it'll be 50 gold just for finding that one treasure. And that's already most of what I need left. So that's good. We want the workshop and we want the chances to draw more rooms. I should probably draw the casino if I get the chance, because it feels like that's a room that would allow me to get the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. But that's Lucky Rabbit's Foot is just the room that I really have a blind spot for. Not the room, the item. There's a lot of the items I have like an idea of where it'll spawn at random. And I just really do not mentally have any idea where to get the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Like, I don't remember particularly getting it in specific places. Oh, no. It's the solarium. Yeah, the casino thematically kind of feels like it might make sense to get the Lucky Rabbit's Foot there, but the solarium is the specific place that I actually remember getting it from. The closet would be nice, but I don't want my to be down to one door, because both the other open doors point to the same spot. So let's get the boudoir, which will let me continue in this direction a little bit more, and also give me some dice. And that's a good way to start the run. And I get another gem from this guy. That's not the right number. I keep going to various safes, and then I just start typing 0303. And that's only the password to one safe. It's not even the one I find the most necessarily. Well, actually, the office might be the most common one I find at this point. Workshop. As much as I want to place that hallway, it's good to get this workshop down immediately. What did I get? Oh, wow, I didn't even recognize it at first because it was not in the ones... The items are so frequently right here as a little thing. Okay, I have all 3 two-handed items. I don't think that the shoes can... Yeah, the shoes can't do anything. I don't want a metal detector shovel. I think it makes you better at detecting. I think the metal detector shovel stops working as a metal detector. I'm going to keep the metal detector. If I get the lever, I'll combine it with the shovel and the battery pack to get a super shovel, because I think that just upgrades the shovel directly with no downsides, except that you lose the battery and the lever. But at this point, I regularly open all 3 doors without needing... Ooh. Garage would be nice, but we need to have an open floor plan. At this point, I think I regularly open all 3 doors without even needing the lever. Which only works in the greenhouse, which even though I do green strategies, that might be my least drawn green room. That's probably not true. I think my least drawn green room is the one that makes the green rooms free, ironically. The veranda or whatever. This is a decent place to draw this. Double spot? There's one. Give me a garbage. Yay. Gotta get this started. Am I not getting shit? Womp womp. Alright. Well, now I'm opening this door, which means that when I go back out to the whenever I get back to the front room again, I can then. Hey, the glitch is gone. Oh yeah, because it's based on what I'm pretty sure it's based on what tile I draw this room on. It's clipping with the environment that exists already outside. But whenever I go back to the front door again, because I don't want to do a standalone expedition necessarily, but at some point I'll probably have to do it to finish my layout. I'll pop outside and see if the doors go anywhere else. But I think the other two spots I can turn this thing to are useless. I think one of them is just a sigil that I already have done the puzzle for, and the other one's just the moon, just being like, hey, I'm the moon. And that's it. You know that moon that's everywhere? From your grandmother's pendant? She is my grandmother, right? Yeah. Because she's my mom's mom. Yeah, that's how it works out. I'm not forgetting how families work. I just don't... I'm not always great at remembering who every character is. I'm really bad at that in every narrative. Not every narrative. Specific kinds of narrative, let's be honest. It's kind of the fault of games that... Okay, I should be careful and go back to low ranks a bit. We're going deep in here. No, it's more of a thing about stories that... Ooh, hello. Did spawn these. It's more about the kinds of stories that, are about discovering and figuring it all out over time. It gets hard to follow family stuff. Like how I'm really bad at keeping track of who everybody is in Elden Ring. If you show me, I'm not like, if you show me Toy Story and then the mom is at the beginning of the movie and then she shows up again at the end of the movie, I'm not like, who's that? Who's this strange woman with Andy? Oof. Oof. Okay, I can redraw. That's the point of this room. These are worse. Commissary, I think. It might give me something I need, or it might just be... It's just gems, food, and keys. Okay, I don't need any of this stuff. It's not even a good way of buying keys. 10 each. The good way is the locksmith. So this is trash. I should have drawn the coat check on the... Because I don't remember what's at the coat check. I don't remember if anything's there. I might have coat checked one of the expensive items from the showroom. I don't remember for sure. Well, I'm here, I guess. Let's take a look-see. Thank goodness we have the steps at least. We have the shoes are helping a bit with steps right now. Alright, so I've opened all 3 doors now. Garbage. Garbage. Okay, so those doors go nowhere. That one goes to a secret shrine. That's interesting. So close, yet so far away. Oh, can I not screenshot this correctly? I'm gonna add that to the existing... There we go. Put that alongside my other screenshot. Didn't read it at first, whoops. It did give me the basement key though, so it gave me the same key, but it does have a different note. You know what? I'll just admit it. I haven't looked at the note in the antechamber for like 100 hours of this game now. It probably does say so close yet so far away, honestly. That felt fresh to me because I haven't engaged with it, but it's not like it specifically hooks into a any kind of password or puzzle. It's just like it's taunting you because you're right here and the next room is where you're trying to go, but you can't get there without using this key. It probably did originally say so close, so far away. Okay, reaching the foundation is going to be difficult. But I might be able to salvage this because if I place the breaker room, I think from that point you can then... I don't have the thing, right? No. I don't have the lever? No. I think that if you get the breaker room, you can disable the power, then go in through the security from beneath. I associate it with needing the key card, because that's the stated requirement, but I don't think you actually need the key card. It's the same thing as always, where you can just disable the power, and I already used security. Oh, it feels weird to generate the spare room and not have a single item in it, especially when it's the one it's now modified to make items more common, but it didn't even have an item in itself. And even though it's an early room, usually, even by the time I generate it, it's usually had some kind of increased chance of something happening in it. Also, just this looks like a thing you could pick up. The easel looks like it reads as being one of the key items in the game. Oh, the solarium. I want the solarium because it might have the rabbit's foot, but right now, it's so bad. I gotta go with the passageway. That one offhanded guy's tip was always to not draw the passageway until like rank like 6 or something, I think, like past the halfway point, which seems fair and that good advice, but in this case it seemed like it was a good idea to place the to open up my fucked up layout. There you are. Get the storeroom out of the way. Gotta get some of these dead-end loot spots out of my deck. I saw this chair's upholstery and thought it was a lockbox. Okay, we're here. No need to do the crazy breaker box things. It turns out I drew pretty perfectly to get here again. It says experiment successful. I just don't know if the games will still say experiment successful when it like... It is saying a crate's been removed. See, I'm suspicious. The asset at the end of the tunnel where I left off just really looked like it was a dead end. Like it looked like something that doesn't move. But now I'm definitely suspicious that maybe you can continue. I want the casino, but here I want to make a right turn so I can actually access those next 3 tiles. The reading nook is okay, because it gives me another key. I'm passing up on some of the things I specifically want to draw, so that's not great for me. Come on, something more open, please. I want to reach the corner. The library is useless to me. The pantry is a few dollars, but not a great amount for what I'm going for. I think it's worth doing a redraw here with the hopes of a more open... These are all still trash. I don't need the gems from the parlor these days that much anymore. The Geist room is okay for getting more dice, but bad in that it's killing this layout. Come on. Oh, the chapel's nice. This is my character arc. I'm hit the point where I'm happy to see the chapel. Because losing 1 coin is so trivial at these points, and sometimes it even pays me when I walk in here, which is funny. Okay, give me your dead ends. The conservatory, tempting. Geist bedroom's okay. I should spam the 4 redraws while I have this mechanic. The utility closet is potentially worth it, but maybe I can draw something better with the redraws right now. I don't have the key card, so I should do the utility closet. But this is just such a chance to redraw so many times that I'm like, I might draw something really good. Planetarium. What's the planetarium's gonna have a lockbox in it now, right? A lockbox and an apple. not amazing for this current run. I do want to draw it for the purposes of being able to take another telescope to it if I find one again. I'm gonna do one more redraw, and then there's still one left, I believe. Yeah. And the idea at that point is usually to commit to something here, and then have this left over as a fix if everything here is bad. I don't know. Is anything here good to commit to? It doesn't hurt to get the storeroom out of my deck. It just is a disappointing end point to all this. The bunk bed is basically useless to me. Because I never farm steps like I did in the early runs. I used to be so into the idea of that one room that gives you plus 10 for every bedroom you make, and then the bunk room being worth 2 is like, oh my god, and I haven't cared about that kind of step farming in a long time. Although right now, don't have amazing amounts of steps right now, but the bunk bed also doesn't say that it gives you any steps. So the bunk room benefits from that other room having that effect, which it doesn't anymore. I turned it into the nurse room. And I also don't have the sleeping mask. So it will just give me 2 of one item, and that's it. Which is just a shittier version of the storeroom. This just gives me... I'm gonna risk getting something cool. Damn, okay. Laundry room is useless to me. I think I'll do the coat check just to see if I have anything. And also I can come back here and store something at the end. Retrieve, I literally there's nothing here, okay. Well, the coat check's here now. So, check this off of being... This is not a member of the long list of runs I've had where it would have been nice to have the coat check and I didn't have it. This is a useless use of the bedroom because it's not even a path I'm ever going to take again. And a disastrously low rank dining room where I have to run all the way down here again. The lunch pail helps a little bit because it's a little bit of a salve. It's an item that you pick up now and it will reward you when you get to rank 5. Which we already have, I think. Hey, there's those. Ooh, the apples effect. Day 49 again, I keep getting this day. Do I want this door? More 4-way doors would be tough because it's going to generate a bunch of red rooms and I have no way of fighting back against red rooms this run. Besides trying not to draw them or controlling their damage. My current goal is just to make a bunch of money. So I think I don't want to place the Southern Cross this run. I'm trying to keep alive. My big goal is I want to place the gift shop. And especially if I get the red room that gives me the half steps, I'd be really in trouble for being able to continue this run. Okay, it's that. We haven't seen this for a while. The weird foundation crank. Okay, steps are struggling. I did go outside multiple times in weird paths. Ugh! These are terrible draws. Kind of. The passageway is already there, so I might as well get the Geist bedroom. It increases the value of the room that generates keys later, if I happen to get that one. And it lets me get these dice now, in an area where I'm not particularly trying to come back at any point. So turning that into a dead end is not the end of the world. The boiler room at least has a good layout. Although not for going right. It's tempting to redraw because we're so centrally positioned that I want a better hallway, but I think I'd rather use the dice when I'm in more trouble. I don't know if there's anything I want to particularly reach from with the boiler room this run, as far as powering rooms goes. Well, I haven't placed laundry. I might be able to draw a laundry room from it. And I don't really have a specific goal there, but I could consider doing some kind of permanent effect. It's how I got my allowance so high before, but nowadays if I trade my allowance with my stars, then I'll just have less allowance. But there might be something cool. Or I could spawn the worst things ever. Jeez. Okay, the weight room will tank my run. Unless I draw the nurse station very quickly. Archives would also not be great for me. I think I'm gonna go for the walk-in closet because it might give me the rabbit's foot. It did. Okay. This sucks. I need steps. Badly. Where's the workshop? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would cost me half of my steps just to get to the workshop. I think I want to keep playing normally, but now that I know that I have the rabbit's foot and the coin purse, I can prioritize getting steps in any way possible, because I need to not get in trouble there. And then if I get the vault or anything like it, I can just not pick up the money and leave it for later. Because then once I combine these together, I can turn it into a lot of money. Interesting. The electric eel aquarium counts as a power room, so it connects to these ones. The dark room, I guess, does have conduits, but it's a bit obnoxious that it even counts here. Given that the, hello. It's a bit obnoxious because the dark room can't be powered. Like, it annoys me that the dark room requires the breaker room, even when you specifically have a power source feeding power directly into it. I'm like, what? But no. Damn it. Turn the lights back on. I know that's not how breakers work, but I'm just like, ah. It just feels right that you should be able to fix it that way. I want the kitchen. I'm annoyed that it's facing that way and I can't rotate it, because I want the kitchen to point downward so I can do the rest of the layout. This is bad for my layout, but I'm low enough on steps that I really need to generate the kitchen, I think. And I think I can justify spending money right now. Don't have any red rooms yet. I have the coupon book, so this is pretty cheap, thankfully. I'm spending some money here, which is not good for our strategy necessarily. But I need the steps to keep alive. Now I'm back up to like 50, which is great. And I can create the rabbit's foot, so my goal is to draw the treasure trove and vault this run, but not pick up the gold until I have the chance to go back. Actually, I can go right now. This is probably the best time to do it too. Let's go down to passageway. Yeah, now that I have the steps, I can go back down here. Through here to the other den. I can create the lucky purse. This will double the rest of my money. And now I just need to draw any of the rooms that are good for money. Which includes the vault. It includes the treasure trove. It includes the game room or whatever it's called, which I genuinely wonder was removed from the deck or not. Doubles all the money you find. It's a great one. I still don't have the lever, right? So I can't make the super shovel, which would be kind of nice. And you can't combine a coupon book with anything. I don't want the dowsing rod. Don't like it. Battery pack and compass. What does that do? Hang on a minute. I have notes. I can check. The electromagnet. Also, the page that says all the contraptions doesn't say what anything does. Admittedly, I don't know if I remember what the dowsing rod does anymore. I think it tells you which rooms are more likely to have items in them. That might be helpful, actually. But this run, I don't want to lose the shovel doing its shovel job. So I have a job for it. Pick sound amplifier. That one makes lockpicking more effective, I think. But you lose the metal detector. The ones where you lose the effect of the metal detector, hammer, or shovel make me sad. The ones where you keep the effect and then add something, I'm like, yeah, let's go! What is the electromagnetic? I don't remember what the electromagnet does. That might have been tied to, like, gear effects. Alright, so now I'm doubling all my money. That's good. Maybe I'll go up this side of the house again. We're reasonably okay on steps. Still don't really understand how the shoes work in this game. What caused them to trigger or not. This is a good spot for a dead end. I guess I'll do the breaker box and get out of the way. Yeah, turn off the keycard system, gymnasium, garage. If only you could just flip the dark room back and forth, and then it would be fixed when you get there. But now, if I generate I already finished the boiler room anyway. Oh wait, no, yeah, I might draw it from the electric eel aquarium because that's powered, and that's how that stuff works. Let's see. It did not try to hit me with the garage, surprisingly. I don't think I'd want it, though, because it's bad for my get-up. Don't need the laboratory. I think I'd rather have the corridor shoot me up here than have the than have the bedroom pointing me towards the aquarium. That increases the chances that those passageways are just going to connect again. Okay, the gymnasium is safe. I don't need the casino anymore. Well, I don't remember if the casino has money in it. I don't want to gamble my money. Maybe I do? I don't know. There is a logic to the idea that if you gamble money, when you are rewarded with money, you probably double it. So having any money you pick up get doubled probably means that the casino is... I should probably check. They might just have money lying around or something too. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, so I just got 15 from that for free, which is nice. Oop, there's more. Key. Always tempting to do the big gamble. Wager 100, get 4 allowance. Plus 10 of each thing, 200 gold. 2 free spins. 4 allowance is admittedly not even that amazing anymore. But obviously the gold would be crazy. But no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to wager that much of my situation. But these might be interesting. Maybe I'll just bet the 15 I have. That I just got 15. Do you just do this? That was 2. You press these to... Oh. Oh, you do that to respin the individual slots. But that costs you another one, doesn't it? So I think that's 4 spent so far. I'm trying to hold up a hand to keep track. This is pretty shit so far. Like, I'm mostly getting trash, like, that doesn't even, it's not even on the score sheet to begin with, let alone the idea that, like, it's already that you have to get a specific combination of the scoring ones together, but here I am not even getting the ones that, would score. That doesn't even count. Because this has to be... Oh. Cash out. Okay, so we're no, I'm out then. I'm out. The purse didn't activate. I thought that was the infinite money glitch in this game. The purse is supposed to double money you get. So I was like, okay, if I do this, if I do some gambling, gambling is normally against you in odds, but if all of your winnings are doubled, then by an outside force, then like that's... Normally if your winnings are doubled, your odds are doubled, but this is just the purse being magic. So I thought it was going to be like a rather insane way of getting more money. Okay, we need the gift shop. This is also a good location for that branching path, so thank you. Because yeah, my goal is to buy this, which is $3.99 because I have the coupon, which makes everything one cheaper, right? Yeah, which is trivial. It's pretty trivial at that scale, but it technically is $3.99. Awkward layout, but having the conference room is good because now I can spread gold via the office and then get all of the money right here. Oh, there it is. I think I'll do the locksmith. We can't have this run ending. Go ahead and nab up some more keys before I get in trouble here. Oh, now I can full on go that way, yeah. Along the entire back row, because I already opened all of these doors. Well, some of them. Oh, right. Hit the crown. Oop. There we go. That's good against the red rooms. And then here, yeah, here's Marigold's emblem, which is the same emblem that's in the wine cellar, except the wine cellar has a helmet up there. Okay, so now when the red rooms that I don't want show up, I can defeat them. The closed exhibit should be fine as a layout. Either way, the hallway is better because it gives me a key. But like, I did security, yeah. So I should be able to get through the closed exhibit just fine now. It does sometimes have a lockpick in it. So could it give me an item? Because I think I don't have the lockpick yet. No, I don't. Trophy room lets me trade gems for gems, but how badly do I need gems? I have 10 right now. It'll give me 3 more. And it's never had anything else in it. I don't think there's ever even been money in the trophy room. Bleh. So I should abuse the 4 redraws to try to get something cool. The wine cellar is just the trophy room again, but without the door. As far as the outcome is, which is 3 gems. Parlor's also 3 gems. There are ways of getting 3 gems. Nurse's station's not the worst because I'm not doing amazing on steps again, but I should be able to draw the dining room at some point. I no longer need the solarium. I was hoping it would give me the paw. The rabbit's foot, but we have it. Break room is a long-term goal, but not one I want to spend this opportunity on. Laundry room is not a goal right now. Conservatory would... When I hit redraw right now and it gives me shit results, I will wish that I picked the conservatory. because the conservatory would at least let me have a long-term goal of altering some rarities, but it might give me shit anyway. But I'm really hoping to draw the trove, basically. The vault, the other one. Okay. Well, that's good. That's great news. That's one of the ones we're trying to draw. Hey, the key card. Now that's useless. Boom, plus 40. That's a good message to see. Anything else down here? Yeah. We have 3 passports and this note about the passports. Okay, that's big progress. Key. So now we're hoping to draw the trove, which would be even more money. Oh my god. The dining room. Fuck. I can't risk it. I want the dining room to make it so that I don't lose steps, but the trove will give me the money right now. And then with that money, I will then have the goal completed. And I can just go buy the tent right now. Might even be able to go explore the tent, although it'd be a lot of steps to go back out there. 530! We overshot our goal by so much. Alright, so now I just need to make sure that I get back to the Mountain Holly gift shop before I run out of steps. Which, like, you know, I'm at a door right now, so I should try to build here first, because it would suck to leave and then come back, and then immediately end up having to build a dead end here, and then be like, well, stupid of me to have left then, huh? Then because I would have wasted 10 steps. Don't need the pantry. Bunk room's trash. Courtyard's fine. It lets me connect to the remaining stuff better. And gives me so many gems. And some dig spots. The pressure's off on money. But these dig spots, if they don't just give me more money, can help me with the other situation. There it goes. Another crate. I think when I left off, it was a perfect wall of crates, and the fact that it was a perfect wall and it kind of looked like a different asset style than the previous crates made it feel like it was meant to be like the dead end of the room when you can't go any further, because when you play a billion video games, you get used to the weird obstacles that people put in your way that are like, in real life you can get around this, but in this video game, this is you permanently being stuck here. I want to remove the maid's chamber from the draft pool, not the exhibit. Let me do that. Music room going the wrong way, but it gives me the key. I'm not doing great on keys, so I should probably do this. But I might want to just get the redraw. The thing is, the closed exhibit, I can navigate fully, so it's not a bad room anymore. I'd remove the maid's chamber because it sucks. But the only benefit of removing the closed exhibit is that I get a gem, which I don't need right now, by comparison. Guess I'll do the music room. But now I do have to go all the way back around to the store if I want to draft the room that's beneath there. Okay. That's a dick move. This game's mean. This game will just sit here and throw the... I go all the way back around now? Probably. Yeah, it's time to do it, I think. The fact that this game will generate the car keys for you when it's literally impossible to use them because you've already filled the entire left side of the screen is so mean. Technically, they still have a purpose because you can draw the car keys and then put them in the coat check. Blue tents. Ta-da! The fact that I just bought the blue tent and I still have... Each blue room drafted on an 8th rank will contain a hidden blue memo. 8th rank. Yeah, so if I put a blue room here, it'll have a memo. I don't know if I can walk into the dormitory over and over again to get another 10 steps for how many drafted rooms I already have so far of the drafting category, or if it means I have to place the dormitory, then it starts checking, then I place that type of room, then I come back to the dormitory and walk into it for 10 steps, then I have to place a new one, and it has to be one, you have to walk into it once each time, and they don't stack. Because that's why I never use it. It feels, I think it's that one, and that's a pain in the ass. And you're unlikely to even be saving steps, because if you go to a place like that, it's often a round trip. So it'd have to be like, you'd have to place a drafting room, and then conveniently, on your way back, it happens to be along the way. Which is useless. The bedroom is useful as just being a little, basically just a hallway that happens to save steps by not charging you, because you don't lose the step for going into it or out of it. But generally speaking, all the bedrooms are just kind of like not that strong for their purposes. If you have the sleeping mask, they're great. If you don't have a sleeping mask, they all kind of suck. Or most of them kind of suck. And it's a bit of a salve that at least they collectively add up to giving you a bunch of keys if you happen to get the key room. But if you have a sleeping mask during that run, they're great. Alright, so I don't really need to do the spread mechanic there. We've already accomplished my goal. But it's worth keeping in mind if I trigger it. If I both trigger it and happen to do okay on my steps. If this... Okay. Good news is I accomplished my goal. The bad news is our layout sucks. My 2 remaining doors both point right here. So this next draw, I think we do have dice for it, but we are completely dependent on being able to successfully create a hallway all the way through the rest of the remaining map with then 2 branching paths here. And it's probably a big ask. These are bad draws, but I get to remove the lavatory for free. Hooray! None of these let me continue. They just ruin everything. Dice. None of these let me continue. Okay, the vestibule technically helps, but geez. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so I can go back to the kitchen if I want to. No real reason to. I think I can only buy the one that gives me steps based on how many red rooms I have, and I have 1. So that just sucks. At least I didn't lock it. But I don't know if it's worth it to spend my stars redrawing. So 1 more dice. Lost and found is trash. It gives me a free redraw. Aw, man. I do not have the steps to get to the utility closet for this dark room. The pool is fine. Gives me 2 chests to break. Oh, that's a lot of keys. Okay, key situation has been addressed. Jeez. Alright, so that's good for that. That gives me some hope. But, like, what is my goal right now? Well, right now my goal is to draw a blue room to the north to see what a blue memo looks like. But, let's see, the antechamber's outside, money frozen for tent. I can go ahead and delete both of those goals. We did those. Key of Ares, don't know where to put that. Tunnel that's in progress outside, and I can't check it because of my steps, so we're just gonna have to let that sit. Let's see. Draft blue rooms on 8th rank for blue memos. Put that in my notes. We don't have a telescope this run, so I can't get any more planetarium upgrades. I don't know how to get the scepter or the stone, so we don't know how to do the scepter stone crown thing in the throne room. Let's see. Where's the treasure map again? Isn't it this next room, actually? That is funny. Okay. I'm gonna be a little too late on getting the money for this, but who cares? Going south, it'd be nice to draw the showroom to spend this money on, because I might be able to get a pendant. Or a freezer just to keep my money at this rate, because I have so much money. Like, what do you do with all this? But right now, my goal is blue room. The trophy room gives me 3 more gems, but the planetarium lets me open a chest. But that's not really a big deal. I'm not gonna get an upgrade out of it. I think I'll do the trophy room. It'll give me more gems for finishing this run. And it is a blue room, so it should generate this memo. Unless the effect doesn't happen until tomorrow or something. Look at all my trophies! There's 8 of them. How'd that shit happen? Nope. Scrape, scrape, clank, clank. $40 coins, which is 80 coins, jeez. So I ended up getting the kind of, it's interesting, this room gives you only gems. Maybe it is just RNG. I don't know. The bedroom gave us a specific thing. But maybe everything else is just RNG. The fact that the wine cellar gives you 3 gems, and then you dig it up and that gives you 8 gems, made me think that it might be tied to the theming of the room. And the trophy room gives you 8 gems, so you would think it would give you the gem reward also, but it gave me coin reward. So instead of the hybrid one that's gems and coins, I got all coins. So now it's like it's just an embarrassment of riches at this point. Like now it's like, oh yeah, you already met your goal. Well, I'm gonna give you even more money just to be silly about it. Oh, there it is. There's the memo. I was like, where the fuck is it? So the game gave me like I'm well past my goal. I have the tent already. So and now I have 370 extra coins. 230. There were a total of 8 gems removed from the ruby crown of Arinda Ares. Oh. Gonna document this. Blue. Let's see. Trophy room. Note. I'm gonna make a new folder called Blue Notes. Because this is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Like, I just unlocked the ability to get blue notes on the 8th rank from blue rooms. So there might be a unique note from every... It's one of 2 things. Either there's just a unique note for each of these 5 slots on rank 8, or there's just a pool of notes that's randomized, or every blue room has a unique blue note for me to collect. Which that is a lot, but should be interesting. What's the rule on blue notes, actually? I should remind myself of that. Blue memos are true, period. Green memos in Hartley's writing are false. Red memos are false unless they're written by hand. So blue memos are just supposed to be true. That makes sense because the subliminal messaging of this game is that we should not trust red notes, and the game is all about red is bad and blue is good. So blue notes being true complements the messaging there. And red notes being true if they're handwritten is interesting because that's like, ooh, secret messages that are being passed while within the tyranny of red. It's like, we're co-opting red to get the message across. Doop-a-doo, I have half of the trophies. I don't think you can, like, do anything here. buy the entire stock, including this trophy. Innovation and craftsmanship. Recognition of realms in 8 realms, 8 months, I think it says. That's really hard to read, the tiny text down here. In recognition of rumination, I think it says. Those are really hard to read. In recognition of affluence. Using the arrow keys to go between these is actually like surprisingly weirdly shitty feeling. Because it snaps between the next one that you have filled in, instead of just being able to scroll from slot to slot and then just scrolling over the blank ones one by one. It just snaps to the next full one, which means it's kind of like, we're like, where am I? Hang on a minute. It's like playing an ice puzzle. Alright, well. We've had cool stuff this run. I'm content to just run this one out and see what happens. Could still have something good happen, but... is it worth it? On one hand, you lose the ability to redraw via stars. But on the other hand, I do like the... I do like having my constellations in the 40s. Because when my constellations are in the 40s, I get more cool constellation effects. It's disappointing when you're in the territory of 50, 51, and so on, because you're back to being at the beginning of the constellation, functionally. You have really weak effects, and that makes me sad. Do I have anywhere to sleep this run? There's no conservatory. Not the conservatory. There's no... I made that some passwords infecting my brain. There's no planetarium. Is that what it's called? Losing my fucking mind. I'm just bad at terminology sometimes. There's no break room. Oh, and I can't get back outside to check the tunnel. The nurse's station will give me 20 steps. Which is probably not enough to make it outside. I think the biggest thing here is that it would be nice to draw the freezer to keep all my gems and money, because it's just annoying. I just have an annoyingly high amount of them, and it would be sad. It's sad to lose them. But but this was just like a get an absurd amount of money run. Yeah, honestly, I should just go to the casino. Can I get to the casino? No. Bad start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't get to the casino. Okay, let's do the nurse's station. That'll let me regenerate more steps. And then I can try the casino. And we can just have the thrill of me doing one high-stakes roulette table run. But I do this fully acknowledging that this was the less smart thing to do. Because generally speaking, gambling is not a smart thing to do. And in this case in particular, I had the chance to generate a mail room, which is not incredible, but would generate... is this even the right way? Okay. The mail room is not amazing, but it would have let me generate some items for tomorrow. And it's just generally a good thing to play every run. And I just passed up on that chance because I decided to go over here. But, you know, it's a big old playthrough and we still have not gotten the chance to do a high stakes roulette roll, so let's just do it. Wager 100. It's gonna be red. Watch it, it's gonna be trash. $300. That's useless. but I have it. So I got enough money to afford the tent twice this run. Of course, that's exactly how my luck always goes. A completely impotent, feeble, pointless outcome. Also, I am annoyed. I am genuinely annoyed that I just won the most money you can ever get, and yeah, the purse does not double it. I don't know what I would do with that much money at that point, but the purse should double it. In fact, the fact that there's nothing you could even spend that much money on in this game even more feels like the purse should just double it. Just double it. Double my money. I should have got 600 just now. What's the exact language? Yeah, all money you find. How do you define find, I guess? I just think they should have given it to me. I'm smart and correct. At all times. But I unfortunately can't roulette again, because I would like to just roll it over and over again. Just try to maximize my chances of getting the 4 allowance, because there's nothing else to do this run. That's it. The coat check's too far away, so I can't actually use it when I finally have it. I would love to have the lucky person in the coat check. It's too many steps. I can't make it that far. So that's it for this run, really. And I never got... Bit of a rare case, but I never got the lever. All I can do here is just gamble all of it away, which I will now do. I will now gamble 440 coins, one at a time, in agonizing speed. Oh, I got 6. Look at me go. Yay. Why would you ever not cash it out? I guess, does this 2 times coin amount, does it 2 times what you got here, or does it 2 times that? I'm not clear about that part. Whoa! That's crazy, man. Dang. I should have kept the 2 times, technically. Yeah. I can't even pretend to like this. Slot machines are so fucking boring. I'm gonna call it a day. This isn't even funny as a gag. I'm like, oh, here I go, zombie mode. I'm like, no, Jesus Christ. How does anyone pull the slot machine for 400 pulls? That's so boring. Garden shopping center of unfathomable riches. Uh-huh. That's fair. Yup. Vault's treasure trove and trophy room is already a lot. And then I had the goddamn purse the entire time, so it doubled all of it. I'm so sad I couldn't keep that money somehow, but whatever. It happens. Alright. Effective run.